The Valiant's edge hung in the void between stars, its hull scarred from the recent skirmish with the Zintheran fleet. Captain Jacqueline Torres stood on the bridge, her dark eyes scanning the debris field that stretched before them like a graveyard of metal and ambition. "Captain, we're picking up a life sign," Roger Chen called from his station, his fingers dancing across the holographic display. "Faint, but it's there. Sector 7, third wreckage cluster." Jacqueline's jaw tightened. The Zintherans didn't take prisoners, and they certainly didn't leave survivors. How faint? Weak, very weak. Bioreadings suggest. "Captain, it's a juvenile." The bridge fell silent. Even Commander Vexic, the Krolusian weapons officer whose species had fought the Zintherans for 3 centuries, turned his crystalline head toward the viewscreen. "Prep a shuttle," Jacqueline said. "Roger, you're with me." The wreckage was worse up close. What had once been a Zintheran transport vessel was now a little more than twisted corridors and shattered bulkheads. Jacqueline and Roger moved through the debris, their magboots clanking against the hull, flashlights cutting through the darkness. "There," Roger whispered, pointing ahead. Huddled in a corner, surrounded by the bodies of what Jacqueline assumed were adults, was a child. The creature was small, no more than 4 feet tall, with luminescent violet eyes that reflected their lights like mirrors. Fur covered her body in patches of silver and midnight blue, and delicate, pointed ears lay flat against her skull. Her tail, striped and ragged, wrapped protectively around her legs. A Felixia. Jacqueline had only seen them in intelligence briefings. Cat-like hybrids, rare even among the Zintheran auxiliary forces. This one was dying. "Scan her," Jacqueline ordered. Roger's medical scanner hummed. "Severe dehydration, radiation exposure, internal bleeding. Captain, she has maybe an hour, maybe less." The child's eyes met Jacqueline's, and something passed between them, not words, but understanding, the universal language of fear and hope. Jacqueline unscrewed the canteen from her belt. Earth, water, recycled 1,000 times, infused with electrolytes and minerals to keep humans functional in deep space. She knelt beside the child, her armored knees scraping against the deck. "Easy," she murmured, though she knew the child probably couldn't understand English. "Easy." She lifted the canteen to the child's lips. The Felixian flinched, then smelled the water. Her nostrils flared. Slowly, hesitantly, she drank. And then something extraordinary happened. The child's eyes widened. Her ears perked up. She drank more deeply, desperately, and as the water flowed down her throat, her fur began to shimmer. The dull patches brightened, turning iridescent. Her breathing steadied. The wounds along her arms started to close, not completely, but enough that the bleeding stopped. "Roger, are you seeing this?" "Captain, her cellular structure it's regenerating. The water-earth it's triggering some kind of biological response. The molecular composition, the trace minerals, my God, it's acting like a universal catalyst for her biology." Jacqueline held the canteen steady as the child drank every drop. When it was empty, the Felixian pulled back, her tail unfurling slightly. She looked at Jacqueline with those luminous eyes, then did something that made the captain's breath catch. She purred. Back aboard the Valiant's edge. The medical bay had become a theater. Every senior officer, every scientist, every diplomat who happened to be aboard crowded around the observation window. The Felixian child sat on the medical bed, wrapped in thermal blankets, while Dr. Yemisi Okonkwo ran scan after scan. The earth water didn't just hydrate her, Dr. Okonkwo explained, her voice filled with awe. It fundamentally interacted with her biochemistry, hydrogen bonding with her cellular structures, trace iron helping her blood regenerate, the specific pH level triggering dormant healing factors in her DNA. "Impossible," hissed Commander Vex. "Zintheran biology is silicon-based. Carbon-based chemistry shouldn't." "The Felixians aren't purely Zintheran," Roger interrupted, pulling up genetic models. "They're hybrids engineered someone somewhere in their evolutionary line. Incorporated carbon-based genetic material, and Earth-specific water composition." He paused, looking at Jacqueline. "It's like a key fitting a lock no one knew existed." Ambassador Trekken, a Varillian diplomat with 6 eyes and skin like polished obsidian, stepped forward. "Do you understand what this means? The Felixians are enslaved by the bred as soldiers, as servants, as worse, and humans have the one substance that can heal them, strengthen them." The child looked up at Jacqueline and extended a small furred hand. In her palm lay a data chip, something she'd clutched through the entire ordeal. Roger took it, plugging it into the console. Images flooded the screen. Felixian children in cages, colonies hidden in asteroid fields, thousands of them, starving, dying, enslaved. They sent the transport hoping someone would find it, Jacqueline realized. They were sending proof, hoping that someone, somewhere, would care enough to help. The bridge crew stood in absolute silence. Even the ever-pragmatic commander Vexic said nothing. Jacqueline turned to her communications officer. Send a message to Fleet Command. Tell them we're rerouting to these coordinates. She pointed at the colony locations. And tell them to start producing water, lots of it. Captain, Ambassador Trekken said quietly, you're starting a war. The Zintharans won't let their slave soldiers go without a fight. Jacqueline looked down at the child, who was now smiling, an expression that transcended species, transcended language. The girl held up her empty canteen like a treasure. Then we'll give them a fight, Jacqueline said. Humans are good at two things. Ambassador, being stubborn, she took her canteen back from the child and refilled it from the medical bay's water dispenser. And sharing, the Felixian child took another sip, purring louder now. And every person in that room, human, Krolusian, Vorilian, understood they'd just witnessed the moment that would change the galaxy, all because a human had offered water to a dying child. End.